Alrighty then. Welcome for those of you who are watching. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are watching after the stream, welcome. This is going to be quite a bit different to our normal videos, so bear with us. This is a bit new for everyone involved, but we thought today, because lockdown's been hard on everyone, we'd do something that's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more fun, a little more free form. So we are doing a round of Among Us with a few other YouTubers. So I've got a whole bunch of YouTubers involved from the smaller medievalist community, and we're going to do some introductions of them. So we're going to start with introducing Faye. Faye Sterling is another YouTuber. Faye, would you like to tell us about your channel?
Hi, I'm Faye, and I do quite a bit. I dabble in different time periods and such, but I mostly focus in on the Viking Age as well as the early 16th century Germany. And so I do sewing and a little bit of cooking, and all together I just try to have fun.
Very awesome. And we're also joined by Eldon from Company of the Staple. So Eldon, how are you doing?
Hello, yes, I'm doing very well. I am an Australian 14th century reenactor with the Company of the Staple group and occasionally Company of the Staple YouTube videos, social media stuff. Yeah, I like 14th century reenactment. I make clothes, I like shoes, and sometimes I do some fighting and run the odd medieval fair.
Just one or two.
I help out. Thanks for having me.
That's all good. And we've also got Andrew from Popula Urbanum.
Everyone, sorry, you may have caught me mid-rant. Eldon's secret power is, which I guess is a great segue to talk about what I do. I'm from Popula Urbanum, a channel where I love to talk about the sociological and political impacts of the medieval period, particularly the guilds, and how the guilds created the modern state. And also we talk about fashion and how to create or recreate medieval fashion through medieval sewing techniques and reconstructing medieval fashion and technologies,
which is always fun. I always learn something from your videos, which is awesome. And we're also joined by Ari of the Turnip of Terror YouTube channel, who you will have seen I've done a collaboration with already, and you should definitely check that one out. Not sure if Ari is in at the moment, but when Ari gets back, we will definitely get him to introduce himself. So that's basically the rundown of our team at the moment. How this is going to work today is, because we're a small crew, we're not going to have the full-on bloodbath that Among Us can normally be, but we are going to have fun. We're going to do a couple of small games with just one imposter to begin with. We're going to have a few rants, I'm sure, about various medieval topics. Yep. Andrew has opinions. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get online with us and start hosting a game. Bear with me while I do that. We're just gonna go for the standard ship first, I think. And I will get the code.
And while she's setting that up and sending us the code, I'm actually going to turn off my phone screen so I can safely get that in without anyone hacking into the game or joining the lobby. That's not supposed to.
You should
that's
definitely.
Right. I'm talking to my Twitch chat.
That's alright. There's a bit of cross communication going on, but that's alright. I think I typed that correctly. Beautiful. I'm just going to check with everyone. Do we want visual tasks on or off?
having them on.
Okay.
Visual tasks. I mean, that's a contentious issue. That's a sensitive topic.
It can be. It can be.
Ever since 1937, when visual tasks were first floated at the symposium in Vienna.
I believe it was Hahn's visual task that invented them.
But no, I mean, I don't know that there's ever really been a consensus negotiated in our society about.
Well, maybe we can be the first.
Well, look,
okay.
I'm going to defer. I'm going to defer to the more experienced players in this one.
Yeah, just for the sake of those watching this at any point, Andrew and Eldon are not as familiar with the game as, say, Faye and myself. So this is going to be interesting to see how well they can pull off being imposter. And we will see whether or not Eldon can even stay alive.
You know, like, I'm just an old man. Leave me alone.
Alright, I think I'm going to leave it at 1 long task and 2 short tasks. Because that seemed to be working well for us the other day. There was a 50-50 chance that the imposter would win or that the crewmates would win. So I think with our small little crew, that's a good number.
I hope this is entertaining for people.
Well, maybe while we're waiting, we could have a little rant.
Yes. Although Andrew, it doesn't look like you're in the lobby.
Oh, hello, Ari. We have already done our introductions. Hey. Would you like to do your introduction? Tell us a little bit about you and your channel and all that.
We already did the first half. I am Ari, and I am from the Turnip of Terror, as well as a couple of the other podcasts like Medieval Herald and How to Medieval. So I do a lot of that stuff. I do some videos, more or less than I'd like to, and though I'd like to do more articles and podcasts, and I guess running around in circles with a leaf hat and purple jumpsuit. Also, how do I perform all these tasks without hands? I feel like this is a problem that no one has answered me.
We're all psionic.
I have spent.
We all have psionic abilities.
Yeah, clearly that's
well, I guess
exactly
one of the
it.
ones we don't have is like clairvoyance. Otherwise, we would have found the imposter far easier.
All right. Well, now that all of us are in, are we all dressed up? Wait. Did Andrew drop out again?
Yeah, sorry.
I was just about to hit start.
I apologize for that. Guild hat.
He has to go crank his internet.
Yeah. The sheep power ran out. There we go.
Alrighty. Okay. So we're all good to go.
Check
We've
out
got
sheep on the
one
treadmill.
imposter. Let's see how we go with this.
I have a question.
Okay.
We have any way for people to send us questions, messages, comments, or anything like that?
Yeah, so at the moment we've got a live chat happening on YouTube.
Okay, perfect.
So I can see anyone's questions, comments, queries, otherwise, that they want to send through down below. We can answer questions as we go. I'll read them out as they pop up. I can see that there is a comment that there's a little bit of audio reverb. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that right now. I did try to get as much of the echo and reverb and stuff out of the way in our test runs, but I can test until the cows come home, and apparently we're still going to have something go on.
Oh no, I wasn't. Yeah, okay. I'm not supposed to talk about the game, right?
Well, we shouldn't talk about the game while we're in it. We can talk about voting people out when it's time to vote people out.
Okay. I was allowed to comment that I wasn't paying attention, and then there was a reactor meltdown, and I was still standing.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't admit that. You shouldn't admit that at all.
It makes it sound like an alibi, like you're covering.
Yeah, yeah. Make your excuses when we have to vote.
Oh, right. That's why I wanted to clear it. Make sure I wasn't breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Except when I'm supposed to break the rules.
No.
You're
I mean,
generally supposed to mute during the rounds, but
Oh,
yeah, but
well,
we're here
then
to.
that would be.
I mean, but we're here to talk about history, right? Or
Let's say that seems like it would be really dull.
Ostensive. What? Talking about history? Get out! You're out! Right, that's it. Kicked. Banned. Forever banned.
I did mean the whole being quiet part, but yes.
Yeah,
The history part is the engaging part.
I prefer to have fun rather than like being obsessed with history all the time.
Right. Who would want to do that?
you can have fun and talk about history. Like, you should
Yeah.
see the stash of medieval underwear that I have.
Ooh.
Maybe we should.
I was about to say that could turn this into a very different kind of conversation.
Yeah.
I do have a video planned on that, so
Ooh.
different types of braids and different types of other undergarments.
Yeah. Right.
That's useful. See, that's the thing that requires a lot of, not a lot of, because there's some documentation of it, but the underwear seems to get the least amount of love when it comes to like art and things. So having a good information on that is definitely something that people could use.
Absolutely.
I have a deep love in my heart for medieval underwear. It's kind of crazy.
Now, knowing that we have sort of sketchy artistic representation, what do you use as your best method for coming up with better ideas of what actually constituted medieval underwear?
It's a lot of looking at different types of sources. So, like, for an earlier type of braids, for example, you can see the separate crotch gusset in this doodle that a monk did on the side of something that he was transcribing.
It's all about the doodle.
Right.
Is that an
no.
academic term?
Yes, it's an academic term because it's.
Oh, we've got a dead body reported, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
reactor.
real trouble.
Where?
Somewhere near the reactor.
Someone near the reactor.
Like I was walking away from the reactor when I found it.
Eldon.
Yes, it's like opposite the reactor. I finished all my tasks, so I went looking for a friend for safety. And I hoped to find Faye because I thought she was near where I was over on the east side of the ship somewhere, but I couldn't find her. But I found Turnip.
I've just come out of comms. I
found Ari.
I was with Faye for a lot of the time. I don't know.
The Turnip has voted.
Yeah, I think it's the Turnip. I think it's the Turnip.
I kind of think it's Popula Urbanum because Andrew didn't help.
I mean, you did spend so much time with.
He didn't help with the reactor meltdown. So I'm hiding in a corner.
Even I did. I came in late. And I wasn't even paying attention. I managed to get over to the reactor. Rejected.
Sorry, Andrew.
Don't be sorry.
My killing spree.
That was quite the killing spree.
Wasn't it just?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic,
I've had a little bit of practice.
Yeah. Two is a pretty large number when it comes to murdering folks, so.
I mean, it is.
It qualifies as capital murder, you know, like same thing you do if you're a serial killer, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So more about that medieval underwear, hey?
All right, back to underwear, right?
Yeah. I also have quite the passion for the medieval underwear. It's just as, you know, foundational garments for armor are critical. I think getting your underwear right is even you know.
It affects how a garment lays. Like, there's a huge difference between my kirtle with no chemise versus a unsupportive chemise, and then a supportive chemise. Because of course
Yeah, right.
I have like 5 different chemises that I wear for the same time period.
And you lucky buggers with your evidence of
Yeah.
any underwear.
Sources for those tend to come from a bunch of text sources, actually.
Like text of like inventories, or what do you mean by like receipts or descriptions of the actual undergarments?
Actually, a lot of them come from poems.
Huh.
So there are a couple of songs that talk about what well-endowed women would do, and they would put their breasts into bags and all of that sort of stuff, and talk about the pity of those who have boobs. And it's just this ridiculous subsect of 15th century poetry that I found, and found a bunch of information on boobs about.
Huh.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. Poetry is exactly where people would talk about boobs.
They didn't have pop songs yet.
Wow.
Oh, maybe they did have, secular music. I'm not the expert there. The difficulty comes
that's
for me
interesting.
when you start talking about recreating various types of underwear in, say, a reenactment context. Ruh-roh.
Oh, indeed. Faye, dead in the reactor.
I don't know.
Oh. Well, Elden's been following me around a lot. I
just finished my tasks again. I managed to
been
get all
working on my
tasks on the
tasks.
east side of the ship again. Oh, I saw Ilva rolling around. I saw Andrew rolling around.
I haven't seen the turnip.
I've seen the turnip
I've
once.
not seen the turnip anywhere.
I just passed Ilva.
Yeah.
Well,
What,
just
towards
is
the reactor,
subjective.
perhaps?
No, to be fair.
Saw the turnip ostensibly filling fuel early on in this round. He was like, where the jerry can is?
Yeah.
He was at least standing near it. What do you have to say for yourself, Turnip?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. It's glowy, so you have to click it, and then you fill it up as if. I always think it's going to overflow, and then it doesn't, and then you have to wander over somewhere else with it. But you're never carrying the can, which is very frustrating.
Time is short. What do we reckon?
I'm skipping.
I voted.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
We've taken our chance. Oh, I don't like that giggle.
If I'm wrong, sorry.
Well called. Well called.
I did not like that evil giggle. What was that for?
Yeah.
I was sure that was your victory giggle.
See, this is the thing. Like, I only saw you once, and you didn't kill me, but you could have.
I was so distracted by talking about those poems that I couldn't do Simon Says. I was like 3 minutes.
I have to start my rant all over again.
Go on, start.
I'm trying to. Anyway,
you're trying to kill people.
What? I'm trying to kill people. Yeah, Harry can vouch for me. You get a people bring a bit like experiential bias. They've got ideas. People have strongly held ideas about what is comfortable / reasonable underwear.
Yeah.
And they wanted, in my experience, advice on what would be the authentic underwear for their kit, but then they just get very uncomfortable comfortable. And even when they're brave enough to try it, it adds a huge extra challenge to actually sort of getting out and doing some hands-on reenactment when you're not comfortable with your undergarments.
Well, it does take some getting used to. They don't behave necessarily like what you're used to.
That's true.
Very true. That is very, very true. And when you're expecting the garments. I mean, it's from a case of like a modern allegory, not an allegory, but like a modern analogy. When a gentleman might change from his boxers to briefs, for example.
At that stage of life.
People will find that uncomfortable, but eventually you get used to it.
You do get used to it.
Oh.
Again.
Okay. Well, I was with Ilva.
Yeah, I don't think this was Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew just was following me.
Yeah, and I've seen Faye, but I haven't seen the turnip. Again.
Did you get it again, Ari?
I did not see either of you, but I did see the one with the goggles.
Doing this round? Oh, that's me.
This round?
Where were you?
With the goggles?
This round. Yes. That's
there was some laser beaming to be done, which is always fun when you get to shoot the asteroids.
No, I'm not convinced.
I'm
not convinced. That was your last time. You're like,
asteroids?
oh no, no, I had to fill up petrol. No.
Andrew, or no, not Ari. Did you save any of the asteroids? Because that's a visual task, and we can clear you. Do you have any
save
left?
them? I don't understand. No.
Because you had to get 20.
I guess so. It had a countdown.
I'm not sold. Just saying.
We'll watch you do weapons to clear you, and if so, then we can clear you, and if not, we'll hit the emergency button and get rid of you.
No one was ejected. Isn't that covered by the visual? Well, no, I can't. It won't let me do it again.
Do you have any other visual tasks?
I don't understand what you're saying.
That's why we should. I assumed we had them because he saw the lasers.
You see the lasers.
Fool. You foolish fools. You doomed us all.
Hey, I voted. I voted.
I'm not sure why.
Me too. Actually, no, you didn't. I was the only one that voted. I was the only one that voted.
That's a lie.
That's true.
You foolish fool. Oh dear. Democracy relies on decisiveness. Ah, no! Oxygen! We're all gonna die!
Do we need to breathe? We have little space.
Yeah, no, we kind of need to breathe.
Only the imposter would say that.
Yes. Don't understand. I don't understand a lot of this game.
That's okay. That's why we play.
With 1 second left. Fix the oxygen with a second to go.
Quiet, Daddy.
It's close.
Well, there's no dead bodies to save us this time.
So, have any of you ever made a alteration to a medieval undergarment to make it more comfortable?
All the time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What do you do to them?
Oh, I just make mine custom.
So that they, fit right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, no, this is it. I'm calling the button. I'm calling it. It's the turnip.
Well, see, I can't vouch that it was the turnip.
Everyone!
but I kind of feel like it might have been.
It's a turnip.
I know it's not Faye because I can confirm visual task for
Have
Faye.
feelings.
I've been with Faye. Oh, voted against me, will you?
Yes.
I will remember this.
That was my parting. That was my parting shot.
Good game. So you got it twice in a row there.
It's been a long time since.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't
No,
know how
that
to
was
choose
good.
that.
That was actually pretty good, Ari.
There, but for the grace of Glob, go we. So thank you for being our imposter.
It was nice. It was a good one.
You are definitely better at lying to people than I am. Let me just say.
I have made
Have
breaches
some professional
that,
practice.
Yeah.
that's concerning.
You were saying about breaches, Eldon?
I've made breaches that had nowhere near enough seat room, and gone back and put an enormous triangle in the seat. But
Yeah.
my most the mod I'm most passionate about for men's breeches, or brays if you insist, is that there is no evidence that I'm aware of for them being held up with a really skinny shoelace string
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
that
Yeah.
cuts into your modern fleshy man hips and ruins everything, or person hips,
Yep.
and ruins everything. There is sorry, distracted.
Mm-hmm.
There is some evidence for full-on belts, like 20-25 millimeter
Yeah.
belts,
Tablet woven belts.
Have you used that?
belty belts.
Instead?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Does it make it work better?
I've switched to the belt long ago,
Yeah.
and now I travel the lands converting people.
Yeah. I also convert people. Say, get the tablet woven belt. You won't have your flesh reamed after.
The next step up, once you've gone from shoelace to full belt, is finding the tension sweet spot in your breech girdle, such that you can slip them off, but they don't fall down when you walk around.
Okay, that's not going to be a thing for those
Then
of us
you will have
with
reached
serious hips.
breach of nirvana.
Oxygen. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I have a sizable difference between my hips and my waist, for example. So for me, anything that's going to slip over my hips is useless.
Weirdly, in my experience with helping people, it's the totally hipless and buttless that have the most problems, because if you've got no size differential between your stomach and your thighs, you really need to just hold tight on that girdle to get it to stay on.
And that's fair.
Yeah, no, I get that the whole pop them off without having to untie them might be more of a challenge.
Yeah, and
They might
that's
ride
exactly it.
low at other times.
Yeah, so that's a problem for me. But one of the big problems also is that,
Oxygen.
you know, I've tried long hose, right, that are pointed towards the front of the hip.
Oh well, that triggers another rant, but yes.
Yes, and so like I can't.
Oh,
Doesn't matter
Eldon.
what kind of belt I wear for that; it just hurts.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I'm just,
Oh. Oh dear. Well.
I don't actually know who it is, but I'm going to vote for Andrew just because of him outing me so easily.
Well, I think it's actually Faye. So.
So I've wasted my
Thanks.
vote.
Yeah.
Capriciousness.
And
so
you
glad.
allowed
Thanks-
Faye to
thanks,
vote for
guys.
Andrew.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
You just threw so hard.
Like, oh no. You came in right as I went through the vent. I was like, oh god.
Good job.
Yay!
Yay!
Well done.
The imposter won one.
Yay!
It's important to see that sometimes.
Yeah.
It is. It
To know
is.
it can still work.
That That is how a pro does it.
Good job. Descent.
I'm so glad.
Descent
that
within the
no
ranks.
one heard my oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Eldon, you don't have double hats.
Let me fix it.
Yeah.
No, Eldon does have double hats. It's just that. Remember that
Oh,
thing where it doesn't always show up? All right.
Yeah, because I see it now.
Eldon's an imposter because he doesn't have double hat.
I saw it in the little like ensemble piece, but I don't see it now in real time. He's hatless.
Yeah, it's one of these things where unless you pay for everything, it doesn't always show up on other people's screens.
Yeah, right.
Just
Like Instagram.
Oh,
Instagram
that's
doesn't
not
show
a
up on your
thing
screen
that
if
you
don't pay for it.
it's not a thing you're bitter about, is it, Eldon?
I feel there's a story here I've missed.
Eldon has opinions. That's all.
Well,
Oh,
this
no,
is
not really. I've
you
got
guys-
way more opinions about breaches.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I
keep
also-
talking about
so you could
breaches
title
then.
This entire episode, Eldon has an opinion.
But who does unpopular opinions with popular Urbanum?
Alright.
Hey.
I just saw
Admin area.
You just saw.
okay, I was coming from electrical.
I'm in the
I know
reactor.
2 people saw me in there, I think.
I haven't seen anybody.
I saw Eldon just to confirm that he didn't have hats on, and that was about it.
So
Everyone ran towards the reactor, and then sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I passed you, Ari, as you were coming out of electrical. I think Eldon was in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know where his body is now.
Well, I see then. Oh,
I
Mr.
was
kills
nowhere
everybody.
near.
I'm just saying. What task did you do this time, Ari?
I
Huh?
met scans. I did the med scan.
Seems a little too
I was
excited.
in-
Eh? See, now I can't describe them in detail because that sounds
Yeah.
like I'm
Right.
defending myself.
No.
First thing I did,
Even
you know how
though, even though I don't quite understand why that one.
the med bay, it's because I was trying to get you guys to watch me scan.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
In turn, if you
you're
were
trying
in
to beckon
there
us?
right as I started.
Be
No
so
one
much easier to
objected.
beckon if we had arms.
I know, you're gonna be on this all night.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go do some tasks.
Yeah, I hope Eldon's doing
away from
tasks
Ari,
while
trying to
while
find
he's ranting about breaches.
Uh-oh. All right,
Is this the
so,
breach stream?
funny anecdote.
Is this the breach stream? Is it?
It
It's not
seems to
amongst
be
us.
so
It's
far.
like
started talking
why
about
medieval underwear is actually based.
Maybe you shouldn't have invited me.
Oh,
Are we problem solving?
no.
Are we workshopping your breaches?
Ah. The song was gonna happen.
All right,
That's
I
okay.
I have a suggestion to put to the group. How do we feel about playing Murder in the Dark?
I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
It's a
see? Yeah.
hide and seek. Yeah, hide and seek. The alternate version of this where everyone knows who the imposter is. You announce it basically at the start of the round, and everyone has to try and get their tasks done while avoiding that imposter. It's kind of like just
Oh, that
murderous
seems
Tiggy.
scary. I love it.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, once
Let's do it.
Eldon and Andrew are in.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I had to come back from thing. Yep, I'm already far enough out of my depth. I'm down for. I'm down
Hey,
for it.
I can see your hats again.
Yay!
Hey, that's good.
Cool.
I just want to say that was it. I feel vindicated.
Full murder. Did you
That's full
stab
murder.
everybody? Wow.
Full murder. Oh, okay. So we're doing murder in the dark.
Yeah. So who's the
Down,
imposter?
everyone.
Who's the
I'm a
imposter?
coward.
Oh no! Oh no!
Dark, though.
Wait, so
This time we can
Watch
talk to each
out.
other. We can fully talk to
I
each
can't
other.
defend myself.
You can't defend yourself. You just have to run.
No hand
But
to hand.
being in, don't no, you can't. No, you can't. You
Can we
can't
run
vent,
faster
Ari,
than
no.
him, though?
No, you... Rest in
Watch
peace,
out.
Ari.
Ah, he got me.
Keep doing your tasks, though. Where are you?
Do your task, suckers.
I can do tasks as a ghost?
Yes, you can, and you should.
Yep.
I can do tasks as a ghost.
You don't
I'm a
escape your
ghost
job
tasker.
with that, which sucks.
Oh, wow. This has got real.
Yeah, there's one more tweak that I'll make if we play this again next round, and that's to change the imposter's range of vision.
Oh no! I ran straight to lights like a sucker.
Really?
Do tasks. Do tasks.
And with hide and seek, there are only two what are the things? Two sabotages that you can do. It's
Tasky
comms and
task.
breaks.
Oh,
This got very different and interesting.
yep. Yeah, this one is.
So I did them all.
You did all your tasks?
Where is it?
Yeah, it wants me to fix the lights, but then when I get over there, it doesn't let me fix the
No,
lights.
because you're a ghost, you can't fix sabotages.
Oh, so...
I have two more tasks to do, and I can't do it because I don't know where he is, except he's probably, like, camping.
Oh.
Oh, no, there he is. Okay, he wins. Alright, so we're gonna tweak it this time.
All I had to do was empty your trash.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, everybody.
Goodness.
Alright.
Coming back.
Well,
That's
she's
way fun.
tweaking. Fun anecdote about medieval underwear. When the first time I wore a pair of braids, they were homemade, and I was very
Oh, guess what, everyone?
nervous that they were
Guess
going
what?
to blow out.
Really?
I'm coming.
Yeah, you again.
Oh, where
So I was quite
am
nervous that they were going to blow out because wasn't particularly, confident in the craftsmanship of them, and so I, for the longest time,
Yeah.
wore modern
Mhm.
underwear underneath them just as an emergency
Of
precaution.
course, yeah.
I finally gotten over that because I bought a pair of braids from Gwen and I trust those. But this time
Yeah.
I wore them, doubled them up just out of nervousness.
Fair enough, too.
'Cause I had that happen once where my pants ripped out while doing living history. And luckily I was wearing underwear, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But it was not a pleasant experience.
We didn't talk about
I
the sabotages, Faye.
I mentioned it.
You mentioned them,
Yeah,
but we
we
didn't
said
actually
only
go into it.
reactor.
No, we said only
No,
two of
only
them.
Lights and comms.
Lights and comms, not
I
supposed to
thought you
do
said
reactor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
I
okay.
misunderstood.
That's
I thought you
okay.
said lights and reactor. I apologize. I do apologize.
It's alright. Thank you for not killing us while we were
So
doing
we're not
that.
supposed to.
Yeah, during this
As
one,
soon as you said it, I didn't go in there.
yeah, and we're not
double
supposed
was
to
what we
report
just
bodies and all that
sabotages.
sort of stuff. So
Are we not supposed to stay when we get murdered? Because we were definitely doing that last round.
Yeah, I did.
you can say that you got
That's the one
murdered.
where we didn't have to hide.
You can say that you got murdered. You can let us know, like, if you see where the imposter is. Like, you can let us, like, have a heads up and all that sort of stuff.
Wouldn't that make it...
Yeah.
Nova, watch out. There
A bit late for that heads up, but I appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
I didn't know I was allowed to like
Yeah.
Spectre camp, and so I didn't say
Just
anything until
following me
you said I
around.
could, and then boom,
Just following
there
me
it
around.
is.
That was much harder because I couldn't see where you guys were.
And that's kind of
So
the fun of
ghosts
it.
can follow the...
Ghosts can
They can
follow
follow
them
around
around
and
and, like, give a shout out as to what room they're in or passing or whatever. Like, you can do all that sort of stuff. Or you can just do your tasks
that
and
makes
help
it
us
harder.
win. But yeah, you can only do lights or comms rather than reactor or O2. You can't do reactor or O2. And yeah, everyone's allowed to communicate. So it's a bit of shenanigans.
And it's
I'm
a
all-
bit of like a how much information to share while not giving away your location to the imposter.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Well, doesn't matter if you're dead.
Oh,
It's true.
oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm the imposter.
He's after me. Goodness. That hat. Hat is making her too fast. Oh, she got me. Get a single task done. Watch out, she's after you. She's after you. Andrew, run.
I'm going.
She's still on your tail. Don't go that way, Faye. No, now keep going that way. She's after you. She's following you. I'm gonna go do a
I
task.
know. I deserve it. I deserve it.
Oh, the panic.
Whew.
There's a very Scooby-Doo feel to it.
I love it. It's so good.
I'm gonna get you.
So when you said murder in the dark, I actually thought that the whole thing was gonna go dark.
It's kind of dark.
Surprised.
There's a limited range of
She can arrange
vision.
that.
Murder.
I'm running from Ilva in the cafeteria.
Cool.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh, she's near admin.
See her. She just left from the laser beam place.
Laser beam place.
Now she's going. Run away, Faye.
got
Oh,
me.
she got you. Yes, did. Now she's coming. She just passed communications.
Oh, it'd be so much easier if I knew where the things were.
Yeah.
You'll
I
get
had to call
there.
one of them. I had to call one of them the laser beam place. So
You'll get there, I promise.
if that says anything about how comfortable I am with the layout of the ship. So I can fly out into space. Oh, only a little while, and that stops me. I got excited for a second.
You discover a whole new planet.
Yeah.
You
Alright,
can.
the tasks are done.
Fly
Oh,
through
I
walls.
forgot about that. I should go do that. Yes. I should probably go do tasks. Tasks.
So close.
Ah, this
I'm
is
literally
nerve-wracking.
doing Space trash.
Yes, you are literally doing space trash.
Goodness. I don't remember ever getting this task before.
Oh
you
man,
ran.
I had like one
go.
task left to do.
Did you just kill me?
Yup. In lower reactor.
Was I the only one left?
You and Andrew?
Yeah.
No, I
me.
got Andrew right at
survived,
the.
but I didn't get
No,
killed.
I got Faye and I got Turnip, and then yeah, Eldon.
So we need to do all the tasks, but still have 2 non-imposters alive. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
the win.
that was so close.
Do we want to try a different map, maybe?
Yeah, different map.
Different map?
I-
Alright.
Almost figured this one out.
I feel
I think
like.
Murder in the Dark would be much more fun if there was more people.
True.
Well, we
it's
could.
a lot easier than trying not to say anything to anyone about anything.
We're leaving this game.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna
We're
start a
joining
new
the
map. And I'm gonna put in the chat the new code.
So I definitely have a breaches malfunction story that most people here will have already heard. But I'm
But
not
you
gonna
should
tell it on
definitely.
stream
Oh, why not?
because, however, I have
can
a
tell
second
you
favorite. I do have a second favorite breaches malfunction story.
Well, you
which
should
is
definitely
at
tell
a
us that.
Quite large public tournament. Now, one of the one of the big rules of heralding large public tournaments is that if there's an injury with the combatants, you gloss over it as best as you can. You divert, you deflect. You certainly don't draw attention to it.
Yeah. You move everyone away from the body and keep the fight going, and you just keep until EMT can come. Yep.
So we had a bloke out there on the field doing his combat, and as he was knocked over, he split his joined hose front to back, and was not wearing his medieval underwear. He was just wearing.
We're playing regular game. Regular game. Regular game.
Okay. Yeah, we're.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Eldon's story until we got to the gossip.
So as the herald saw all of this happen, he went, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sir such and such is down, unfortunately, and he will be removed from the field because." And you could hear like the blue train of death in the herald's brain. He went, "Because he's injured. He's terribly badly injured, and we will have to get him to first aid." I'm like, no, anything but that. So
oh no!
He pretended he'd like pulled a muscle so he could hold his coat over his groin.
Oh dear. I mean, that's
unfortunate.
That's embarrassing.
So I guess the moral of the story is either be a better herald or wear your breeches, even if you're wearing joined hose.
Yeah. Always wear your breeches.
Always.
I think, always wear your underwear is probably universal.
I mean, isn't that what people's mums used to tell them?
Yeah, gotta make sure they're clean underwear.
Car accident, make sure you have a clean pair of underwear. Yeah. You don't want anyone to think ill of you.
All right, Elton is dead, and I just saw Popula Urbanum walking away from the body.
Dang!
You can lie and try and deflect. You don't have to admit.
I know the vents on this map are really good, but there's no way he would walk away from the body like that.
Yeah, look. Look, I've been caught. I'm not even going to try to argue with that one.
Just vote for yourself, then.
My hand's in the cookie jar. Yeah, I was just vote myself out.
You can actually vote for yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, you have voted for yourself.
Hands in the cookie jar.
That's some strong millennial energy there.
Yeah.
I can tell about my first supportive shift I made because that one was definitely a underwear malfunction.
Right. Do tell.
So I was trying to make a version of specifically one of the ones found at Langberg, and this one I think was type 3.
Okay.
So this is the one with the separate cups for the boobs. And so, of course, I drape it up and do it all nicely out of this brilliant, this is Big Bird yellow linen, because it's all that I had in my stash. And, of course, what do I do after that? I go to an event after 3 months of not going to events and realize that I've lost weight, specifically in the bust area. So instead of being in the cups that I have so lovingly made, it holds nothing up, and so I just have these random circles on my chest for no reason.
Oh no!
Oh man,
that's frustrating.
That
I
is.
was so proud and didn't realize the issue, and so I was showing it off to everyone at the event, and I was.
Oh. Oh dear.
That's really unfortunate.
Yep.
Hopefully it didn't make social media.
Well, I mean, look, I have something else to talk about when it comes to medieval underwear, which is a bugbear of mine, where people talk about not seeing medieval underwear in imagery.
Oh,
I have a whole.
got on the button just as I discovered Ilva, and I don't know where anything is in this ship, so I don't even.
I was in the office. I was about to do data downloading when I found Andrew lying dead. His poor, bitten in half body.
So evocative.
I do like the imagery.
I'm from reactors, so I haven't seen anybody.
I don't know. I don't even know.
So I don't know.
Where I'm with Eldon. I don't know where anything. I saw Eldon over by the Popular Art, so that was fairly early. Art on the wall.
How recently were you with him?
I mean, it was sort of right when we started. That's the last time I saw anybody.
So that's
Faye, I want to ask if you were up in that. I want to ask if you went up through that corridor area with me, because I thought you did, but now if I have to ask you and can't remember, oh no! Purple is sus.
You just injected your own doubt.
The steam thing? The decontamination.
Injected your own doubt. Oh, I like that phrase. I love that phrase. It's a good phrase.
Thank you!
Yeah.
My very first task. He took me down in Medbay. My very first task, because it's a long task. Oh, it takes forever.
And I saw you, like, I could see the thing scanning you, so I at least had a strong alibi. I felt very comfortable.
Yeah.
To see you being scanned by the machine.
This is why we have visual tasks.
You were killed before I had an alibi. That's right. That's a visual task, is it?
Yeah. So if you can see a thing happen.
About 1930s Austria.
It's nothing. It was just random, pulled out of his butt.
Actually, it was my butt. But there you go. Practicing my fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
This map isn't in space.
No, it's in the stratosphere.
Oh.
So, still trying to figure out where everything is.
The tasks.
Up.
Oh, I saw Faye do it. I just watched her do it.
Oh, I was almost done, Simon says.
So for whatever reason, from the other side of the door, you guys showed through. Yeah. I could see Andrew running for life. He got stuck at the door.
Yeah, I was trying to run to where everyone else was. Because I saw Faye go through a vent. I saw her go through a vent, and I'm like, holy crap, run.
Right, okay. I get it now.
This is
another
rounds.
So back to undergarments.
Yes.
One of the things that really makes me cross is when people being an interpretive reenactor is when people look at depictions of medieval people, particularly when they're wearing short garments like Hanselines, or coat hardies, which I understand that our American friends might pronounce it a little bit different.
I can direct everyone to a great video on creative pronunciation for medieval garments. Sorry, go on.
One of the most common things that I've encountered is the assertion that because you don't see, particularly in manuscript miniatures, you don't see medieval people being depicted with their brays out or showing or peeking out underneath very often. That medieval people didn't have you couldn't see them, their undergarments at all, and they would have worn joined hose, which I say tosh. Poppycock.
I was right with you until you said therefore logically must be joined host.
Well, not logically must be
yeah, no,
joined host.
I'm with
Yeah, I mean that's the assertion, right?
Well played, Ari.
Good job.
you.
Getting me on a rant.
I was so scared of Andrew. He was like running around super suspiciously near me, and I was freaking out. It cost us a lot of time.
No,
I was
man,
like-
I'm trying to figure out the map still.
Yeah, trying to do with the watering can. The watering can took me so long to figure out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, on with your rant.
Yeah. So a lot of, okay, number one, we've got the issue that a lot of images or art that people look at are, manuscript miniatures, we know, is not the most rigorous thing to refer to, because hey, it's miniature.
Yeah.
Sadly,
It is a small.
it's a small thing.
We don't say thing anymore. We just say small. I saw it on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
SMOL.
Smell.
You are so hip to the lingo, Eldon.
Yeah. It's
I'm
young.
dying a little bit inside as someone who actually uses small.
Yeah. It's small. So what can we do? Like, how can we interpret that when it's so tiny? Medieval art, particularly many manuscripts during the early 14th century and 15th and into the late 15th century was drawn by the what do you call them? Who are those people?
This rant is losing structural integrity.
Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to the game. The church, those types of people. Which the issue is, they, had an issue. They wrote very frequently on the problem with depicting or having people, showing their underwear. So that's a.
So I saw Faye double back. We all left the main room, and then someone followed her. I can't remember who.
Oh, I was with
Yeah,
you
look.
guys.
So my main concern is that it took me quite a while to get up through that decontamination tube, and I ran there straight from start.
Mhm.
But when I got to the other end of the contamination tube, Andrew was already at the end, and I freaked out. I flipped my proverbial and came hooning back down the tube and ran to the safety of Ari, and then there was a task for me to do there.
Yeah, but I was with you guys. It's like
So I'm.
We were there at the desk together. But there's
But
vents. They're not.
but
I
I've
hear
been
they're
with
good
you.
guys,
Yeah,
though.
no.
So
But I've
I'm
been with
very
you guys
uncomfortable
from
with
there.
Andrew, I'm afraid.
Actually, I haven't seen you. And then there was this point where he was losing track of his rant because he was too busy
taking a life. How dare you, sir? How dare you? No, I was doing tasks. I had a task where you had to press like a code, like its keys.
Did you have a task where you had to teleport across the ship through a vent?
No. I had a task where I had to press keys. Fools.
As Eldon Ben
Just
whistled us.
so you guys know, in future, if you're sus of someone, you can actually go to the cafeteria and hit the emergency button and call a meeting. So like if you see someone vent or like
How
someone
do I know where the emergency button is?
I don't
in the
know where anything is
cafeteria.
on this map.
I'm telling you, it's in the
I don't know where
cafeteria.
that is.
Is that
I
back
don't
at the
know where
start?
that is. I'm such a noob.
It's in the right hand bottom side of the screen of the map.
That was the scariest thing I've seen in the game since 7 Days to Die.
Yeah. The reason why I was losing my control is because that trying to open that tube, it's so difficult. I'm really struggling with this map.
Hey Andrew.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry.
After
See,
this
I'm such
round,
a
we
noob.
can swap to another map if you like.
How many more rounds are we doing?
As many as you like. I'm happy to stay here until everyone's bored.
Okay.
So
Is
as
the panic button in here? It's in a different spot.
No,
It's in the
follow
spot
me.
marked
Follow me.
cafeteria.
Follow me.
It's over here.
No, it's okay. I can see
There's
cafeteria
the
on the map.
cafeteria.
Good.
I feel like
Well-
if I follow you, you'll murder me. and
Faye's
then-
all by a trail. I'm just saying. Faye's
Well,
all
I
by
need
a
to go
trail.
this way anyway.
Yeah, it's down.
So
It's down there.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. Yep. I'm breaking out.
oh wait.
Yeah. So back to my rant. One of the issues, the major issue, is that because the priesthood, who were doing a large portion, not all, but a large portion of illustration of these manuscripts,
But they're Baudelarizing them.
Baudelarizing them.
Well, they're censoring them to make them more family friendly.
Well, just to meet their standards of like what they feel is not lewd. They're and why many of these images are going into Bibles. Why would they depict people with their underwear in a Bible?
What you're saying is context is important.
Absolutely.
Context is
Absolutely.
key.
So there are absolutely images, and I found the cafeteria. There are images and
But I'm in the cafeteria and you're not here.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true. That's a
No,
lie.
That's not true. I had to go back to Launchpad. I just like drama.
So it is written. It is known. It's written extensively by people of the day and time about how it's a huge issue about how young men particularly are wearing fashion that shows off their groins, and then everyone says, "Oh no, but this is just because they got joined hose." It's like, well, is it though? Because they don't say, "Oh, their hose are joined and you can see their joined hose." They're like, "Oh, you can see their underwear. You can see the shape." They say you can see the shapes of their buttocks and their bits. I'm not going to say it because we're on a stream, but
that line in
Genitalia?
Chaucer about how it looks like they have the pox or something.
Yeah. And they talk about like you can see their buttocks and it looks like a monkey's bum.
It's worse even.
And
Yeah,
it talks about their members and stuff. It's really like, and Chaucer's a pretty saucy dude, but he's so outraged. I love it. Yeah. So, and it's I think to say, oh, because they didn't draw a picture of it, it didn't happen is a little bit reductive. Yeah. Like don't wear short gowns or coat hardies or whatever unless you've got joined hose. And I'm like, oh well, because no one's drawn a picture of that.
Joined
it's like, well,
hose are not the answer.
Yeah.
But fashionable hemlines are fashionable hemlines, and particularly with the modern body shape.
Yeah.
I see a lot of blokes underestimate this.
I just pushed the emergency button because we were nearby, and there's a group of a bunch of us that have been near each other for a while, and none of us include Andrew. So
I have finished my task.
I've been
So
doing
have
my
I.
tasks. I haven't been running with the pack because I've been working. Look, if you kick me off, you're a fool.
And I've just been keeping an eye on Turnip and Eldon because I was like, oh, it looks like Turnip's following me, and then he got distracted by Eldon seemingly, and so I was like making sure.
I was following
Turnip.
Turnip.
Me off,
because
you're a
he's the
fool.
first person I found.
Kick me off, you fools. You fools. I'm absolutely and utterly. Oh, it's Turnip. It's Turnip. It's Turnip. You fools! You absolute fools! Damn fools!
Well, I mean, if you're
I
not
think
the
it might be
imposter, then you can just do your tasks.
yeah.
Oh no, it's totally fake.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'll just
Who
get
hasn't
back
finished
to
their
work, shall I?
Yeah,
I'm in the middle of doing my tasks. Thank you.
tasks need
So
to be finished.
at least I can't be killed while I'm doing my tasks.
You can be.
Thank you.
If it's me, I could just murder you right now, but I want the tasks done.
Oh, see, that's what the
Oh my
imposter
God,
would say.
For you.
I need to
Right,
find
'cause we killed
admin.
you.
Where the
I'm
heck
scared.
is admin?
So there's a room that gives you like a door log, which is different than the other map, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it lets you know
Oh, there's like
when people have been
security
through.
tools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too advanced.
Let's use that next time.
Oh, what's the ID code? How do I find the ID code?
You could check your
Oh,
wallet.
in the wallet, there's a little ID.
Oh, yeah, cool. Thank you.
Indeed.
Who's got tasks?
I'm
Are
done
we allowed
mine.
to talk about that? No, we just have to dance around. We just have to dance.
Circles like this. Whee!
Yeah,
This is gonna be a really
wait
long
till
round.
I'll hold my.
Hey Andrew, you
hold my
finished
jimmies.
yet?
Someone has a task. Surely.
No, I'm
Done with your
just doing it.
tasks.
Just doing something.
I mean, ghosts aren't supposed to
Downloading
talk from
weather
beyond the
data.
grave
It's
about
okay.
the game, but
Weather data.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's turn it.
Who was doing it?
I told you.
I was sus,
And
but I
soon
didn't
it's
have any
gonna be
evidence.
I was
Girl,
sus on
Crab's
Faye
army,
because
I couldn't get you one alone.
I thought I saw you go up
I
at the
had-
contamination tunnel and then come back quicker than I can get back, but it turns out you were legit. I apologize.
That's
I-
okay.
I done told you.
You didn't have anything to give us other than that.
It's the fact that I figured out his MO. I figured out his like how he like because also like Turnip, I also have been trained to detect how people lie and like investigate lies, and I'm like, oh, so that's how he lies. I figured out his